Okay, we're recording.
Like what? No, you can't.
Rolling.
Hi, Alfie.
Ingram, nice to meet you in person. You know, yeah.
Finally,
It's been a long time coming. So
thanks a lot for talking to Baylorette TV. Our first interview with you. For those who don't know who Alfie Warren is, he is the nephew of Frank Warren. If you don't know who Frank Warren is, then I can't say you know much about boxing. But anyway, so you're the nephew of Frank Warren. So for those who don't know about you, let people know a little bit about what you do and what you're about.
yeah, I've got a company, Box Office Promotions. We promote, like they say, boxing shows around London. Of course, we've been going on for coming up to about 2 years now, and in a short space of time, we've really come on. We've started from white collar shows. From youngsters around our ways, Islington, Camden, and so on, and we've been really busy promoting some good quality fighters such as Danny Williams, Dominic Negus, George Hilliard, and so on for the past 2 years. So we've gone from strength to strength, promoting wise, and we'll be looking to go on to next level for what we're doing. I think the next level for us obviously is to go into professional game, obviously get our professional license and so on. So yeah, it's exciting times for us. We've got some big plans coming up, and yeah, just can't wait to get our feet off the ground and get in the mix of things with all the rest of the guys, I suppose. So
Okay, let me stop you there, because you talked about professional fighting.
Yep.
Well, everybody knows that Danny Williams and Dominic Negus both
yeah.
pro fighters. So what do you mean by professional, for those who don't understand?
Well, it is. I mean, we want to be sanctioned, because what we've been doing is shows which they call unlicensed, which is a term that I don't really like, of course. But
Please explain that more.
well, I mean, what it is really is our shows are not sanctioned by, say, the Boxing Board of Control,
Right.
say, sanctioning bodies in Germany or
Right.
so forward in Europe. We're not with any governing body.
Right.
So really, we're on our own. But I mean, our shows very well supervised. I think that saying we're unlicensed, we're the closest people without a license that do everything according to Boxing Board regulations.
Right.
I mean, we have medicals for our fighters. We take precautions. I mean, yeah, we have experienced ex board members who ref our fights, judge
Right.
it, and so on. So yeah, I mean, we've what happened, we started in a very small way. We actually started a charity fight, which was to raise money for my partner Paul Larks. It was his boss who was diagnosed with cancer. They put a show on. They drafted me in as the MC on the night. So when we got there, what it was a little bit of a gimmick thing where we had a bunch of Arsenal fans fighting a load of Tottenham fans. all friends, no, exactly. Which come off all right.
Who won?
I mean,
Who won?
it was a draw.
Ah, come on, mate. A draw.
There was 5 fights, 2 Tottenham won, 2 Arsenal, and then 1 draw. Really, it ended. It ended
Right,
up.
I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
That can't be happening.
Tottenham fan. Exactly. So
Who's the best team in
there
North
we
London?
go. Best team in North London. It's still us. Listen,
We'll see you on Thursday night, mate.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we started there, and what it was, Paul and all that. I was doing the MC and Paul, and so there was things going on in the background where it was all manic, and like Paul, Wayne Eddy, and Danny, who was organising the fight. It was just a bit of a run round, and I was giving a bit of advice, like going, no, just do it this way, do it that way. Anyway, the night turned into such a success when they drafted me in, and they said, do you want to help us do another one? Which we went to the Forum in Kentish Town to do, which is a white collar event. And then, anyway, we didn't think, so we went to the Forum and thought, yeah, we'll try it there anyway, because that's where we was local. And we packed the place out the first time, and then ever since then, we got bit by the bug, and then we've carried on from there. So what it was, had a couple of shows after that, and then all of a sudden, we took that step up where we had Danny and Dominic who wanted to fight. We put that together, and I'm really still pleased with that fight, because outside of the boxing border control and so on, and you got the fights on Box Nation. I think that was the most publicised, unlicensed boxing event that has been. Everyone was talking about it as well up and down the country, and we went to Troxy, packed that out, and then we've just been carrying on since. We've had like names like George Hilliard who joined up with us briefly, promoted him, and now what it is, we've done that side of things. We've got our own little stable of fighters that we go, but yeah, we've got our own little stable of fighters now that we promote. So what it is now, we are looking to go on to the next level.
Right.
Now, so what we want to do, we want to be promoting professional boxing, obviously because you're gonna get more advertisement for professional boxing, which
right.
Obviously that's how it is as well.
Yeah.
But we want to go on to that now, and we just want to get in the mix with the likes of my uncle Frank and Eddie Earn and so on. We want to get in the mix with all these guys now, and I think we're capable of doing that and doing a good job. I think we've still got a lot to learn, obviously. You know, I mean, we're not fools and all that, but I think we're confident enough in ourselves into going into this now. So this is going to be the next step for us anyway.
So I'm going to go back to this thing about the unlicensed thing, because I know and I've heard, you hear it a lot. People say things, oh, it's unlicensed boxing, so it's got a bad name. There's unlicensed boxing. It's underground and like it's unsanctioned. So let's clear this up, because there's a lot of good fights that have happened under this supposed unlicensed, which obviously you don't like the sound of. So clear it up, because there are people out there, one person says it, and like sheep, everyone follows.
Yeah.
So let's clear this up. Let's get it dealt
Well,
with.
I just think unlicensed really is saying that it's not supervised by the boxing board. Unlicensed in this country is that it's not supervised by the boxing board of control, and obviously you can't select the boxing board of control. I think they do a great job for boxing and so on, but then there's boxers out there who want to get into the ring and to fight, and I don't see any reason why they can't get in there and do an activity that they want to do just because they're not licensed. Because I mean, our shows are medically supervised. We make sure everything is as safe as it can be.
Right.
And if we didn't think the safety was there in our shows, we wouldn't do it. I would never put anyone.
Okay. So let me ask you this question then. So why are you not licensed? That was the question that you asked.
I think really what it is. I mean, I'm sure this is the thing. Now we are ready to go on and to be dealing with professional fighters now, as where the white collar scene and the unlicensed. I prefer to call it the white collar scene.
That's
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly, they're not professional boxers, but that was a good. It was a good base to learn on.
Right.
Really, so it's good for us. We go and learn our trade by this, making sure that it was all safe, and just test our promotional skills out, going to the public and so on. Just trying to promote our shows as well as we can, get people in, put on a great show, get people coming back, and this is exactly what we've continued to do. And then it's great because I mean we had like Danny and Dominic obviously fighting, and then the undercard, and there's people, you get kids that are so grateful there. They come in and they're having their first fight. It's a mix of it. You had the main event, Danny and Dominic, and then you had a mix of like white collar fighters fighting there, and they're like, oh my god, I'm on an undercard. And I mean, look, I'm not being a fool. We're not. It's not a big event like Sky Box Office. It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near at all. But it's just. I mean, having fighters like Danny, Dominic, George, even Bruce Scott, who we had for a while fighting, and people were just so grateful to be like, do you know what? I'm actually fighting on the night where these guys are fighting, and they look up to them. So, I mean, what it is, we've been there, done that, and obviously we want to go on and promote a better crop of fighters. I mean, no offence to all the fighters we have as well, but we want to go on and promote a better crop of fighters, which is meaning that we want to promote some fighters that are more marketable for the world scene, for the European scene and all that, because obviously our fighters are just marketable maybe to their areas and so on. So, but I think that we're ready to go onto a platform now where we can get these fighters now and then put them onto the world and the European scene. And I mean, we've made so many contacts through the last 2 years for what we're doing as well. We've made so many great like acquaintances and everything like that. And I'm confident that people will put their trust in us as well, because we play everything down the line. You know, you speak to anyone who's dealt with us and all that. Not a bad word to say about us whatsoever as well. We've never shortchanged anyone. We've never done it. We've done everything to suit that sort of people. We've done everything to suit.
Do you pay on time?
We always pay on time. Yeah.
Good answer question. Good answer question.
Always pay on time. Always pay on time as well. So I mean, we.
Because fighters hear that, they want to know, all right, fine, you're saying all these things, but do you pay on time?
Yeah.
Every fighter wants to know that.
Oh, of course, I always pay on time with all my fighters as well. They've never ever gone short of any of their money or anything like that. I mean, I would put myself, they're the priority. These are the guys that put the shows on. Right. Without these guys fighting, there's no show, so they've got to be looked after first and foremost. Right. And that is what we pride ourselves on, and that's why people come back to us to fight for us, because we treat them well and we do everything by the book for them. And you know, I mean, we do that, and we do it with a firm hand, because we wouldn't let anyone take liberties with us either, as well, and which they do know that as well. If we don't agree with something and they don't agree with it, well, fair enough, we'll sit down and talk to it. If you don't agree on it, then boom, separate ways, that's it. That's how it goes. So
that sounds good.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
One thing I must say, and I've seen the dinners that are there and the live bands.
Yeah.
And like, it's almost like a rock concert there.
That's what we like to have in our shows as well. You've got the entertainment. I mean, when we had, I think our first show at the Troxy, we had like, it was, people didn't know what to expect. So they come in, they think it's going to be a boxing show. So everything's not announced on the night, and then all of a sudden we'll have about 7 fights. And then an announcement like, with Mr. Soul, our resident man, Mr. Soul, he comes up, sings a few soul numbers. And it's brilliant. It's just something for everybody. Everyone's up there dancing and so forth, and then more fights, and then we have the big stage up there, and we'll have a band up there.
But you know, I think boxing's moving that way, where they're having a bit of entertainment and then they're having the fights. I think it's something that works kind of well.
Yeah, I think it works really well for our shows.
I think kind of Germany have kind of gone over the top with that.
Yeah.
It's a healthy balance with.
Well, we have good bands. No, they're pretty good band in Germany anyway. I've watched them before. Go on, switch off. I mean, we get some shocking acts in Germany, but obviously the German culture would like that, obviously. Not for me.
Not for me either.
Exactly. So, but it's good. And I think people come back. But I mean, we actually have some people go, "Ah, do you enjoy the night and all that?" I don't give a shit about the boxing. I'll tell you what, that band up there, brilliant and all that. So I think maybe might have to shift into the music scene as well. I'm not too sure.
So tell me 2 things. Okay, if I'm a customer and I want to come to one of your shows, what can you guarantee me about coming to one of your shows?
I can guarantee you 50-50 fights, because that is the one thing we do pride ourselves on as well. We never have a mismatch. Never have a mismatch on our shows. Watch it. You're in for a great night of boxing as well. We really we pick our boxers. Like if we want a great night of boxing, we've got our great crop of boxers, but then we'll have some guys that will be their first time boxing, who want to put the head guards on, who want to put and you know, like we had a fight before, one of our own, Danny Mack, who was one of the promoters. He actually fought on one of our shows when I wanted to get in there, give it a go. Weren't a great boxing show, but he wanted there, and we love giving the opportunity to people who want to get in there as well. We're not going to snub someone. If someone goes, we want to get in there and fight like that, and they put their case across, that this is what we can give you. I'll give you a great crowd, and the atmosphere will be electric and all that, and the atmosphere from our fight would probably make up for the performance of that fight. So I mean, we'll sit down, and if we do agree with that, we'll let that person come on and do it. And I mean, a lot of guys fight for their respective charities for our fight, which we do love. And that's the one thing we do. We always raise money for charities at our shows as well. And we tallied up our last 5 shows. We've raised nearly £9,000 to charities. Wow. All across like various charities as well, which we're really pleased to doing. So
doing some great work.
We are doing some great work, and I think like we say, we have like loads. I mean, yeah, I'm very surprised sometimes. Like when I look on the social media, and even people that I know throughout the boxing. I remember I went to the a boxing awards ceremony before, and there was just the who's of boxing there as well. And I had people coming up to me who I would have thought in a million years would have recognised me, but obviously through the power of social media and YouTube and clips like that, where you get all your interviews and so on, and you're having people come up to me going, "Oh, you alright, Alfie?" like that, and I'm like, "Fucking, how does he know me? How does he know me? I mean, who am I? Like, I'm just building my way up there." But it is gratifying because these people do know you, and you're obviously doing something right if they're coming up to you saying hello. So I think that we're on the right track of doing something good.
Obviously, it's a big elephant in the room not to ask the question because you are the nephew of Frank Warren. How much has Frank had an influence in your career in terms of what you're doing now? How much guidance has he given you?
Well, I mean, if there's any advice that I need, I will always go and ask Frank, George or Francis if I ever need any advice on my career as well, and I know it's a phone call away, but really what I've always said as well, where I've been to so many of Frank's shows, that I don't really pick their brains as much. I just go to their shows, look round, scope round what's going on, like what are they doing on this show, what are they doing on this show, and it'll always stick in my mind, right, they're doing this, they're doing that, watch the team, how they work around the shows and all that. And I mean, you come, if you know Frank Warren's team, he's got probably the best team in Britain as regards to a promotional team, and they're brilliant at work at the shows as well. And like, I'll go backstage. It stems down from everything. It stems down from like Only Draper the Whip, watching him how he works and all that, and then watching Andy Alien how he works around the shows, even to how the security guards work around the shows. So that's what I always do, and I always just keep an eye on it, and I always take it in and incorporate what Frank does in his shows to my shows. So really, it's the best influence I could have, really, in terms of actually, instead of going there asking for advice, it's just watching what they do and then trying to figure it out myself. And if I ever come unstuck and I need it, just pick the phone up and then there you go.
You're there.
Exactly.
So obviously the next question we'll be to ask you is, when's the next show?
Next show will be announced the next week. We're probably doing a show, be local in London, venue not yet to be decided. It'll probably be end of July. It won't be on the same weekend as the big one, as we know, Chisora and Fury, but
that'd be great management if you did it then, wouldn't it?
Be really, really good. No. Well, we did it recently. We had a show that was on the same night as one of Frank's shows in Liverpool, which I was gutted that it actually falled upon there. But that is one show I'm not going to miss.
Right.
That's one fight I'm not going to miss. So I'm not going to let it clash with that one again. So it will be in July sometimes. We've got a new lot of fighters that we want to give a run out to. So yeah, we're just looking forward to seeing the new crop of fighters we've got there and just seeing how they get on.
So Alfie, if somebody wanted to contact you or talk to you, like via social media, how do they contact you?
I'll be on Twitter, which I've got either Box Office Promo, which is our Twitter page, or Alfie Warren 1987 at Alfie Warren 1987, or at Box Office Promo. They're the Twitter pages you can get to me if you'd like to find out any information from our shows.
Alfie Warren, thank you so much for talking to BWTMONLINE TV.
Lovely, thank you very much.
You've been watching BWTMONLINE TV.